Disclaimer: this video does not condone or endorse the activity of online piracy. I am merely providing examples of what leads people to resorting to piracy, such as media companies' incompetence, in addition to discussing piracy as a way of media preservation. If you do engage in piracy, do so at your own discretion, and I am not responsible if anything goes wrong. Hi guys, Artie here, and today I am livid because it is a sad time for media preservation. Lately, there's been a huge crackdown on piracy sites, and they've been taking them down left and right ever since August. I thought one of my favorite sites, which I can't mention in the video for legal reasons, got taken down, but thankfully it was just under maintenance. I'm not sure what is incentivizing the media companies to allocate more resources to go after unlicensed sites this late, and why they haven't started sooner. Even though it's the year 2024, what's the point in reinforcing cable TV and the problems that plague that? The streaming industry must not be doing too hot either if they feel that they are at a disadvantage and under threat because of the free sites. The main reason people resort to piracy is if a specific show or movie is not legally available to watch, as it is not on any streaming service, nor has a home video release, such as on DVD or Blu-ray, meaning the only way you can watch it is through other means. The reason why some shows aren't given a proper release is all sorts of reasons, ranging from tax write-offs to being too obscure. The streaming platforms are too greedy to use the bandwidth to host more shows and would rather keep costs low. Someone online recently brought up to me that a handful of shows hosted on HBO Max that were purged may not have been for tax write-offs, but rather removed from the service to save money to avoid paying residuals. No matter how you put it, it's still because of greed and incompetence. They're billion-dollar corporations, so there's no excuse why they can't put out everything they own. The other reason people pirate is because they cannot afford to watch something in the first place, and video files are an infinite resource obviously, so it's not hurting anyone, since they can't pay for it in the first place. What also makes this reasoning completely moral is that if you buy something on a digital storefront, the media companies can take it away from you for any reason with little to no notice. Just like how the Silent Hill PT game was yanked off the PS Store in 2015, and another case involving Sony where they removed Studio Canal content on the PS Store in Germany and Austria in 2022 because they were unable to renew the license. If they take away something you rightfully bought from a digital storefront, they should at least reimburse you for it or allow you to download the video file natively to your device with no DRM encryption prior to the removal. This is where the phrase, "if buying isn't owning, then piracy isn't stealing," comes into play. We really need copyright law reform sooner or later. It's getting to that point. There needs to be a new law passed to make it so if a show or movie is a tax write-off, it becomes public domain by default, because they aren't profiting from it either way. I know, I say it quite frequently, but only so it gains traction, and maybe things will change someday. The companies don't give a damn if these beloved shows are lost to time and never see the light of day again, even though they aren't making a dime from them anymore. There isn't a way to support the creator either, and some of them are actually okay with their fans pirating their creation because the media companies that own them don't provide a legitimate way of watching. After all, it's very disrespectful and trashy of the companies to trash on their creations like that. Maybe instead of playing whack-a-mole by trying to take down as many of these unlicensed sites as possible, maybe figure out ways to encourage people to subscribe to your service. Lower prices, offer discounts, have better customer support, add back all the purged shows and stop removing content, add new content, license out your own content to other services, make more DVDs. I could go on all day on how to improve the streaming experience. Nobody in their right mind wants to pay over $100 a month to keep on watching. Besides, people always find a way. If one site is taken down, 3 new ones instantly pop up. They're like cockroaches. It's ironic how all the media companies are so against piracy, yet they pull scummy acts that resort people to piracy. These days, the pirates offer a more convenient service with sometimes better quality than how the official sources offer content. I had a feeling the corporations were coming after these sites sooner or later. If it weren't for the pirates and the many dedicated media archivists preserving all these forgotten gems, they may have been lost to time because the companies simply don't care. I've been worrying for years that the internet is going to become more strict and locked down when it comes to piracy, and everything we know is either going to be behind a paywall or left behind and forgotten. But thankfully, we always find a way around it. At the same time, you never know because of how increasingly dystopian and authoritarian the world is becoming. It's definitely going to be more difficult to archive and preserve content as time goes on. Due to the instability of unlicensed sites, I've been making an active effort to archive as much of my favorite content as possible, especially at-risk shows, so I'll still be able to watch them even though all the sites have been wiped off the face of the earth. I'm going to carefully word this to avoid demonetization by saying you should also preserve your favorite content. There's ways to back up CDs of your movies and games to your computer legally as well, unless the next version of Windows has some type of evil AI technology embedded that automatically deletes any unapproved videos. I hate to say it, but the only way things will change for the better is if we boycott these companies. Making your voice heard is simply not enough because they're too thick-headed to listen to the people and are more interested in what the investors and shareholders have to say. Do not buy their products or services and starve their profits. Let them plummet. Cancel your streaming services, cancel your cable subscription, don't buy their merchandise, don't listen to them. It'll be hard at first, but it will be the only way they will learn. In the meantime, just stick to independently created content on YouTube or get some fresh air. Also, unlike the Reddit boycott, there is no time frame because that's not how a boycott works. And remember, this is a completely optional idea because who am I to say all this? Sorry if this video is too similar to the one I made about streaming services. I've been feeling burned out lately and running out of ideas. Maybe I should review that new boring looking Psi Cops show on Adult Swim or try something new? Also, I'm interested in improving my drawing skills, but don't know where to start. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, notify, and check out other videos on the channel. You may like them. What do you believe is the future of media preservation, and will piracy ever be fully eliminated? Let me know in the comments.